The date is July 2nd, 3010. For the last 4.5 years, I've been running a study on dreaming. What dreams are, the brain, and what it can tell you about yourself. Through these studies, I realized that our minds are more connected than we were previously led to believe. Not in the world of the conscious, but in the world of the unconscious, in our dreams. I've run dozens of studies with multiple participants to monitor their dreams. I can explain the machine that we used and the process of dream capture later. It took us quite a few tries and quite a bit of frustration before we had our first encounter with the entity known as the Cosmic Owl. In legend and folklore, the Cosmic Owl is believed to be a kind entity. This entity would appear in dreams that would become true as a warning to the dreamer. The implications of that are not only that this creature can walk the dreamscape and see into your unconscious mind, but that this entity could possibly see the future. Those are what the legends say. The reality is far more horrifying. The capabilities of this entity, the Cosmic Owl, are far more extreme. Not only can it see inside your unconscious mind, see dreams, and affect them, it affects the waking world. Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Adventure 14 here. I hope you liked my little intro bit. It's my way of being creative or something. I don't know. But today we are talking about dreams in Adventure Time. How do those work exactly? You probably got a good chunk of what I'm about to talk about from the intro, but you should stick around for the full explanation so you actually understand what's going on. So there have actually been plenty of times in Adventure Time where people have dreamed the same dream, Jake and Jermaine, and like Finn and Jake, and they've been in the same dream and interacted inside their dream and remembered it on both ends when they woke up. There have been a good amount of entities in the show that have been able to affect dreams, like the Worm, the Cosmic Owl, and the Spirit of the Forest, just to name a few. Also, there was that Dream Warrior guy from Who Would Win. Do you remember that episode? It was a good episode. Finn and Jake fight in that episode and just totally exhaust themselves. It was pretty funny. So here's how, at least I reckon, dreams work in the Land of Oo. So there's a dreamscape that is upheld either by maybe Prismo's crew or somebody else, or it is just totally held up by the fact that people are dreaming. It's a possibility that the only reason it exists is because people are dreaming. Now for us, in our world, our dreams are just the mind processing its daily stuff. Just what you did today, your emotions, and how to feel about it. It's just processing and categorizing everything. And the dream is happening solely inside of our minds. In Oo, it's a little more significant than that. Their brains are processing their day-to-day as well, but it appears that it's less their brain and more their spirit, experiencing their dreams in a pocket dimension or a different realm. We're just going to call this the Dreamscape because I don't know what else to call it, and I've been calling it that, I think. So who knows whether the Cosmic Owl and who he works for are technically running the dream dimension. It kind of appears that may be the case, but they're at least monitoring it. And the role that the Cosmic Owl plays in that is actually quite important. The Cosmic Owl gets a certain amount of coins that he places into like a slot that just appears, and then he just pops into a certain amount of dreams every single night all around the Land of Oo. And there's this one episode, can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, where he actually broke the rules and appeared in the wrong dream because he was trying to go visit this girl who was in the dream every now and then that he liked. He thought she was really pretty. And it actually caused her dream to become true even though it wasn't supposed to. Also, what was really funny is that this dream girl turned out to be Gunther. So from that episode alone, we can pick out two things. One, the Cosmic Owl being in a dream makes it happen, no matter what. Two, the dimension that the dreams exist in are being either run or at least monitored by some outside group. The dimension cannot maintain itself, which actually makes a lot of sense because generally things' natural form is chaos and it takes an outside force to make it orderly. Actually, what I just said is one of the big reasons that I myself believe in God. So every now and then, for one reason or another, you have a together dream, is kind of what it's called in the show. And it's, for whatever reason, you and at least one other person, it can be a bunch of people, all dream the same dream together. Sometimes in the show it just seems to be because of random chance. Or sometimes it's caused by a being that has sway over dreams, or some kind of cosmically significant event. One of these together dreams happened in Orb. In this episode called Orb, this entity called Nightmare Princess, that's what Finn decided to call her, I guess. Nightmare Princess causes them all to go into this together dream to try to communicate with them, because basically she was just asking them for a favor. But it caused them to move throughout several different dreams that they would normally have, and end up connecting up in one area. There's also an episode much earlier in the series where the same thing happens, and it's caused by the King Worm. He's trying to cause Finn and Jake to dream long enough that he can suck up all their life energy and, I guess, eat it or stay young, something like that, I don't know, it didn't really explain it. So basically that caused Finn and Jake to dream together, and then at some point they were split up and Jake was replaced with a fake Jake to fool Finn, and it was a whole mess. But basically, lots of incidences in the show where two or more characters dream in the same dream. So now that all my babbling's out of the way, here's a conclusion for you. In Adventure Time, dreams happen outside the body. Either your entire spirit or part of your spirit leaves your body and is experiencing time in this other dimension. This dimension also is not held within our time standards. It's like a separate dimension, like a fifth dimension that exists outside of our timeline that we are going and experiencing for a short time before we wake up. There are a bunch of entities around Ooh that have some sway over the dream dimension. I don't know if they're supposed to or not. And there are several entities that are quote-unquote given authorization to interact with and control this dream dimension. Why is it so complicated? Why do they run things this way? I have no clue. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Alright, I know, the end of this video isn't exactly satisfying, but we just don't know, dude. Like, why would they run things that way? It could just be to keep reality balanced. Like, instead of, like, going in and trying to edit the timeline like Prismo does sometimes, they just come in, mess with your dream, send the Cosmic Owl to make your dream happen, and reality gets a little bit funky because of it. It's an easy way to control the world and control reality without making noticeable changes. So that could be it. Anyways, again, thank you very much everybody for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.